Guys, Delulu Laguna, Merry Christmas, folks. Me being the kind person I am, I'm spamming you guys' timeline or YouTube line or wherever it's called where you see a series of vids. Like I said, Merry Christmas, man. So yeah, you guys know how much I love football and I always find targets and players we should be suggesting for Arsenal. So with that in mind, throughout the whole season, I'd say around 15 to 20. 20, there's about 5 I weren't really feeling, but I've made a list of players that I try and watch. I try and record their games or watch their highlights or watch games they're specifically there that I've come across them on top of watching European football. I've ranked these players at several other levels, like the likes of Fekir, need to go and get you now. The likes of Fernan Torres, we need to get you now, but there's scope to develop or leave you for a while at Valencia and see how you become. Players of all different ages, sizes and shapes and things, and like I said, or if I need to watch them even more. But yeah, enough of that waffling. I might as well give an 11 of the players I've been watching and whatnot. So let's call it a transfer target 11. So yeah, in goal, I mean, I was looking at Lafon. I've been looking at a lot of young keepers, and I'm pretty sure Arsenal must be doing the same. The problem now is, do you put a massive weight on their shoulders and say, okay, check, you're getting on a bit. Let's slap this 19-year-old in and see what he's made of. I would love that to happen, but I'm a bit scared. I mean, De Gea was 20 plus when he came Prem, and he had to deal with a lot. So imagine a young 19-year-old in goal. On top of that, in goal, you need to be able to command your defense. You need to be physically strong, able to punch. And an 18-year-old, 19-year-old's body's naturally not that developed. The likes of Donnarumma, he's a good keeper, but he's massively overrated in the sense that he does make some clangers and he's still developing. So yeah, we're Arsenal, so we can't really be going with that foolishness. As great as a young player is, we need to, if we're going to get someone, we need to have the mental competence, and most scouts and fans don't have this, to know we need to give a man time. So I could have went for Lafont, and you could put Lafont, but I'm going to go with Kepa. We're not going to get him. Madrid are interested in him, but he's a good keeper, and he's similar to Alexis Sanchez. Foreign clubs can speak to these guys in January. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, he's got a decent career ahead of him if he hasn't having one already. Shown he doesn't want to sign a new deal allegedly. Could be a free transfer, and he's a decent keeper, so he's going to be in goal. It's not going to happen, but humour myself. At least he could be signed in Football Manager, right? Right back's political because I think his name is Horsai. I can't say his name. The Napoli Albanian fullback, right back. I've been impressed with him. We allegedly linked with him for a while, and I can see why he's impressed me this year. I've been watching him. For me, it's out of him and Sidibe. I probably think Sidibe's a bit easier to sign. I know we could have signed him before, but he was scared about playing time. Most of them players at Monaco want to leave and go on to a new project. They're open with having a new project. I do think Sidibe would be easy to negotiate with Monaco, easier than Horsai, because Napoli are a very good side and they're naturally going to put up more of a fight, in my opinion, than Sidibe's club. Monaco, it feels like, name your price, you can have your player if you want. Arsenal could have signed Lamar for 60 million. We messed around and then we wanted to pay 90, which they weren't on. Silly, isn't it? So it's between them two, but I'm going to go with Sidibe. He hasn't really featured too tough. At least whenever I look, he's not featuring too tough. But Renagli, I'm still on him, man. He's a very good centre-half. Him and Romagnoli. Romagnoli's another one finding it a bit tough. He could be a star, man. So Romagnoli, he would be my guy that he's good, but he's got scope to develop, and he's not the finished article. Koulibaly, another one like Kepa, that's not happening, but every time I watch him, the man is amazing. I don't want to name the young centre halves I'm continuously coming with. You've seen my vid, you've seen Zagdu, you've seen Upamecano, you've seen numerous young players I've listed. Koulibaly, I can't lie, man, he's amazing. Most people stereotype him. I mean, we all know the connotations with an African centre-half. You think they're error-prone. You think they're not necessarily good with their feet. Nonsense with him. He's good at everything. He's quality and he's ready. And we've watched him as well. And we Arsenal scouts, that's no knowledge. We obviously not me. I'm not an Arsenal scout. I'm saying we, the club. We watched him and like him. So it's a no-brainer. It's going to cost a pretty penny. Especially when you look at the day-to-day's market. Do I see us doing it? No, but a man can dream, man. Like with Kepa, Football Manager thing, isn't it? So we've got Sidibe, we've got Renagli, we've got Koulibaly. Left back, we've got George. Now, I have concern. George is Brazilian. He's sick going forward. He's decent defensively. My only worry about him is his strength. Like, he does look a bit lightweight. He is easy to move off the ball. But once he gets that, he's a madness. For me, he's going to be at a top club if they're in search of left backs. United might as well clap him. He's not going to be at Monaco long. He might as well stay there, develop, and them things there. But he's honestly quality. Midfield is where it gets political, because you've seen all my vids, but I'm doing this not off the dome. I mean, I've got it written down in front of me, but this was a quick thing. Claudio Gomez of PSG, because I do believe he's going to be quality 16, 17, one of them ages. he's going to be quality, and he could be like Kante. And I mean, we're always getting prospects stolen off us. We might as well steal one of theirs. Gomez could be a star in the years to come, man. He won't instantly get in the lineup, and it would take a lot of improving. But when you can, he's either 16 or 18. 18 just came to my head. He's one of them ages. Either way, he's 17. Either way, yeah, he's 17, I'm sure now. Either way, we need to make a move for the man, because at 20 years of age, he could be someone, man. So I'm going with Claudio Gomez. Zakaria, we should have signed him from Young Boys. Another one, he rejected us for first team football. He's doing his thing at Gladbach. He's someone need to move. Like I said in the previous vid, I know most Arsenal fans after the Xhaka business ain't trusting no one from Gladbach, but Zakaria is hard, so I'm going with Zakaria. And I've had to put a slash. Lucas Torreira of Sampdoria. People going in a year from now, people going to act like they knew this guy. A big club is going to come for him. I hope it's Arsenal, but it won't be. I've gone for a slash out of him and of Lyon. I do think Lyon, he could afford to stay at Lyon a bit longer. I don't think he's ready for a big move yet. I don't think Barca have been linked with him. I don't think he starts at Barcelona quite yet, but he's on the right path and he's definitely a good footballer. For instance, who did they play? Is it Amignon or Amines or something? I can't say their name. They played someone. He scored 2 goals. All these mad scouting sites on Twitter and stuff were saying, oh, he scored 2 goals. He had a wonderful game. But if you watch that, he actually played quite poorly. He just got 2 goals. To be fair, credit to him for that. But yeah. So that's the midfield 3 done. Probably the most predictable. I mean, I'm going to have Thomas Lemar on the right, Fekir on the left, through the middle, Mahrez, or swap both of them. It's not really a striker, but you get where I'm going. Obviously, we've missed out on Guedes because he's now agreed a 31 million thing to Valencia. I've been on him for a while. Ryan Sessegnon, we're not going to get him from Fulham. We're linked with Diallo of Mainz, so I've been watching him. And Dembele of Lyon. Many targets have escaped my mind, and I wish I had my piece of paper. I've got it written down. Every player I watch written down, so I could bring it to you guys. But to recap, Kepa in goal, not happening. Sidibe at right back of Monaco. Renagli of Juventus at centre half with Koulibaly, which is not happening. George of Monaco as well. Two Monaco left backs. Claudio Gomez, the young PSG guy in their academy. Torreira/Aouar, centre mid. Zakaria of Gladbach at centre mid as well. Front options, Fekir through the middle. Mahrez on the left. Thomas Lemar on the right. Yeah, man. That's just my, you can call it European 11, Scouted 11, whatever you want to call it. Either way, Merry Christmas, guys, and enjoy what's left of your day whenever you're watching this, man. DG, I'm out. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great Christmas. Like I said, I'm out, man.